of 6 p.m. Prime. Good evening. We're going to be talking about 3 images that we're showing you right now on your screens. Questions that are being raised over overreach by the state. The first is from the national capital, where anti-Modi posters that said Modi Hatao, Desh Bachao, were spread across Delhi. And as a result of that, over 100 FIRs have been lodged over this one poster. Let's tell you about the other image that we're showing you from Tamil Nadu, where a critic of the budget that was presented by the state government yesterday was booked, has been taken into custody. And the third image is from Karnataka, of a Kannada actor, Chetan Kumar, being arrested for a tweet that he put out against Hindutva. These 3 instances we're going to be telling you about in detail and asking that pertinent question of whether the states in each of these cases has overreacted. Hello and welcome. You're watching 6 p.m. Prime. I'm Akshita Nandagopal. We're getting you all the latest on that story and much more. Let's begin with the headlines. After India cut security outside UK envoy home in Delhi, cops deployed outside Indian mission in London ahead of the Khalistani protest. Cops on trail of escaped vehicles and disguises as hunt for fugitive Amritpal continues for over 99 hours. Cops grill his wife Kirandeep at his residence. Punjab Netas compete to appease Khalistanis. Akalis pledge legal help to arrested K-mob, urges government to be soft on who they call misguided boys. Chief Minister Bommai openly declares his wish to return as the Karnataka Chief Minister. Even as the BJP is yet to announce a CM face for the upcoming polls, Bommai declares, "I will return." Political war erupts over holiday in Parliament for Ugadi and Gudi Padwa. Opposition slams the government over holiday, accuses it of appeasement politics, questions why Muslim holidays aren't declared as an off in Parliament. And daily COVID cases cross 1,000 mark for the second time this month. Prime Minister Modi chairs a key meet on preparedness. Let's get you a news break coming in on the showdown between the Collegium and the Centre on the appointment of judges. A fresh resolution has now been brought in, published by the Collegium, where the Collegium has asked the Centre to expedite pending appointments. The Collegium essentially has told the Centre not to overlook names that have been reiterated for appointment. Nalini Sharma, our legal editor, is with us on this broadcast. Nalini, good evening. Just break down for us exactly what the Collegium has said this time to the Centre.
So actually, these are fresh resolutions that have been published by the 3-member Collegium of the Supreme Court regarding appointment of judges to certain high courts. And what they've said is that there were several names that have been reiterated earlier that have been ignored by the Centre, which has adversely impacted the seniority of the judges in which they are appointed. And this is a matter of grave concern. So keeping this in mind, the Collegium has told the Centre that the names that were reiterated earlier need to be appointed first. The Centre needs to expedite these appointments and clear the names as early as possible so that the seniority is not impacted, and that's why this Collegium has written to the Centre asking them to take a note of this, the directions being issued by the Centre, and clear the names as early as possible.
All right, Nalini, thanks for that update. I'm cutting straight across right now to the Padma Awards that are underway in the national capital.
पद्म पुरस्कार से सम्मानित किए जाने वाले व्यक्तियों में विशिष्ट क्षेत्र में उत्कृष्टता नहीं, अपितु उत्कृष्टता से भी अधिक योगदान की अपेक्षा की जाती है। और ये सभी बातें इन पुरस्कारों की महत्ता को, इनकी अहमियत को दर्शाती हैं। अलग-अलग क्षेत्रों में वर्षों तक साधना, तपस्या, निस्वार्थ सेवा के द्वारा योगदान जिन व्यक्तियों ने दिए हैं, उनके लिए आज का ये दिन बेहद खास, बहुत ही विशिष्ट अवसर। वर्षों तक जिन्होंने शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में, समाज सेवा के क्षेत्र में, प्रशासनिक कौशल के दृष्टिकोण से अपना योगदान दिया है, उन सभी को आज माननीय राष्ट्रपति महोदय द्वारा अलंकृत किया जाएगा। 2 पद्म विभूषण, 4 पद्म भूषण और 46 पद्मश्री अलंकरण प्रदान किए जाने हैं। आज पद्म पुरस्कार अलंकरण समारोह का आज ये पहला चरण है, जिसका आयोजन राष्ट्रपति भवन के भव्य दरबार हॉल में हो रहा है। दरबार हॉल जो कि राष्ट्रपति भवन के भव्यतम हॉल्स में से एक है, ऐतिहासिक गतिविधियां अपने दामन में समेटे हुए 42 फुट ऊंची इसकी दीवारें जो कि सफेद संगमरमर से सजी हुई हैं और ठीक बीचों बीच 33 मीटर की ऊंचाई वाला एक अति सुंदर बेल्जियम कांच का।
So we're getting you the live images right now from the national capital of the Padma Awards ceremony, which will be beginning any moment now. The president is expected to arrive there. You can already see that the presidential guard is making their way in. President Droupadi Murmu expected in there, and of course there's a lot of excitement, as is the case every year for the Padma Awards this time. Just to get you some of the highlights of who will be receiving the awards this time. All right, before that, let's cut across live.
माननीय राष्ट्रपति महोदया, आपकी आज्ञा हो तो आज पद्मा पुरस्कार 2023 के इस अलंकरण समारोह की कार्यवाही आरंभ की जाए। थैंक यू।
पद्मा विभूषण प्रोफेसर बालकृष्ण दोषी मरणोपरांत उनकी पौत्री सुश्री खुशनू पंत की हूफ वास्तुकला।
श्री सोमनहल्ली मलय कृष्ण, लोक कार्य।
Padma Bhushan, Shri Kumar Mangalam Birla. श्रीमती सुमन कल्याणपुर, कला गायन। प्रोफेसर कपिल कपूर, साहित्य एवं शिक्षा। श्री कमलेश दी पटेल, अध्यात्म। पद्म श्री श्रीमती जोधाइयाबाई बायगा, चित्रकला।
Those were the awardees this year of the Padma Bhushan and the Padma Vibhushan. We'll of course continue getting you all the highlights from the ceremony that's underway in the national capital. Here on 6 p.m. Prime, we were focusing on 3 big stories that we're talking about. Let's tell you about the one that's playing out in the national capital. The face-off between the AAP and the BJP over posters that have been put up across Delhi. In some of the most bustling locations of the national capital, the posters you see on your screens were put up, many of them removed. Now, it was deemed as illegal posters, because of which over 130 FIRs were filed. What's this about? We tell you in this report.
Modi hatao, desh bachao. Remove Modi, save the nation. These posters have cropped up overnight across Delhi, put up at some of the most bustling locations of the national capital. 6 people have been arrested. Over 130 FIRs registered over these posters. Why? Because they are apparently illegal. With no mention of the printing press or the publisher mentioned, these posters have been deemed illegal. But what explains a whopping 130 FIRs over these posters? Is the anger over the posters being illegal or over the anti-Modi slogan written?
Posters put up by Aam Aadmi Party calling people to remove PM Modi from his office have triggered police action in which 6 people have been arrested. Police has clarified that cases have been filed against people for defacing public property and for not mentioning printing press name on these posters. However, Aam Aadmi Party has described this action as peak of dictatorship in the country and said slogan Modi Hatao, Desh Bachao would be the clarion call of the party in upcoming Lok Sabha polls.
According to police sources, orders for a total of 1 lakh posters were given to 2 printing presses. But even as questions loomed over who pasted these posters, the Aam Aadmi Party took ownership and they are all set to hit the streets with the Modi Hatao, Desh Bachao message.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग तो मुख्यमंत्री के खिलाफ तमाम तरह के आपत्तिजनक पोस्टर लगाते रहते हैं। मैंने नहीं सुना दिल्ली पुलिस ने एक भी एफआईआर दर्ज किया हो। अगर देश के प्रधानमंत्री अगर देश के लोगों की आकांक्षाओं को पूरा करने में फेल हो रहे हैं, तो इस देश से लोगों की आवाज उठ रही है कि अगर इसका समाधान अब एक ही बचा है कि मोदी हटाओ और देश बचाओ।
ये शुद्ध रूप से बदरंगी विरासत की हुड़दंगी सियासत है और जब बदरंगी विरासत हुड़दंगी सियासत में उतर जाएगी तो इसी तरह के बहके बेसुरे बेहुदा काम करेगी। आपको याद होगा इन 9 सालों में ये मोदी हटाओ का नारा लगाते लगाते आज पूरी तरह से इनके सूपड़े साफ हो रहे हैं। ये कहते हैं मोदी हटाओ, जनता कहती है मोदी लाओ।
The Congress too has questioned why these anti-Modi posters have been pulled down and the multiple FIRs filed in the case.
आवाज सब तरफ से आ रही है और वो आवाज ये है कि इस सरकार को जाना चाहिए। तो ये पॉलिटिकल स्लोगन्स है। अगर लोकतांत्रिक ढंग से हटाने की बात हो, अगर संविधान के अनुसार हटाने की बात हो, बैलेट से हटाने की बात हो, तो इस नारे में कोई बुराई नहीं है।
Is the illegal poster a mere excuse to take down the anti-Modi messages from the streets of Delhi? Are 130 plus FIRs for merely posters being put up warranted? With Rahul Gautam, Bureau Report, India Today.
And let's get you the first reaction coming in from Delhi. Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal on this poster fight. The Aam Aadmi Party has taken ownership of these posters, and amid that, Arvind Kejriwal has questioned what exactly is it that Narendra Modi, that Prime Minister Modi is so scared of. He's asking if the Prime Minister is so insecure that now because of a poster, over 100 FIRs have been filed. Let's play out for you what Kejriwal said.
उस पोस्टर पे एफआईआर कर दी। तो मोदी जी इतने डरे हुए क्यों हैं? इतने इनसिक्योर क्यों है यार? ये तो नॉर्मल सा पोस्टर है, कोई लगा ले, जनतंत्र के अंदर कोई लगा ले। इतने डरा हुआ प्रधानमंत्री, इतना इनसिक्योर प्रधानमंत्री, जिसको मर्जी, मुझे लगता है सुबह उठ के सोचते हैं कि आज बस किस किस को जेल में डालना है, इसको जेल में डाल दो, इसको जेल में डाल दो, इसको जेल में डाल दो।
So this is a story we'll continue to track very closely and get you all the latest reactions. That's all we have time for in this edition of 6 PM Prime. Thank you for tuning in.